Welcome back to 52 Moments, where I answer things like,
Tell me about your childhood.
or,
What is your malfunction?
or even,
Why are you so wonderful and magical?
as best I can. Along the way, I hope you'll learn more about me. So let's get to it. Welcome back. Today I am talking about the Not-So-Free press. And this is censorship part 2. So if you watched my very first video about Judy Blume, which I'll link to down there, this happened like the following year at school. So when I was in grade 6, it might have been grade 7, but I think it was grade 6, when I was one of the editors on the school newspaper. Now, this was called the Mackenzie Eagle, or just the Eagle. And I mean, it's literally typewritten and photocopied. We didn't have a lot of technology back in the day. That would have been about 1979-ish, give or take. So, I mean, these typically had, very simple contents, editorials, write-ups about theater, about sports. They had little doodles in them and cartoons. Look, cartoons. Very awful cartoons. And I mean, these are made by kids, so there's not a lot of stuff in here that's really, useful. Although some of them, I was literature editor, so some of them do feature, this one says The Spirit. So I guess we change the names sometimes. But anyway, there's poems, there's all sorts of stuff that you would expect kids to be interested in, and to get their creative juices going. But one of the things that was pretty common in there was a scene in passing, which was really, it was supposed to be like the gossip columns, I guess, in newspapers long ago. We also had a sort of a Dear Abby section, and that's the one that got us into trouble. So, I couldn't remember what issue it was, but I went and found it. So this would have been a Valentine's issue. So came out in roughly February of 1980, I think. So we finished it. It went to press. We photocopied everything. We had stayed late and collated and stapled them all, and they were all stacked up and ready to sell for the morning. And I guess the principal had a look at it and decided he didn't like something in there. So first thing the next morning, all the editors were called into the principal's office. Now, to this day, I do not remember what it was, but I can tell you it was part of the Dear Aunt Aggie section. And I can tell you that because the solution, rather than reprint everything, was to cut it out. So luckily there was nothing printed on the back, so we only lost that section. But let me tell you, we sold out that entire run. Like, we had never sold out an issue before. But the one that we had to cut that piece out of, everyone bought a copy. Some people bought multiples because they were hoping to find one that we missed. So I think that sent the wrong message to the editors. Because as everyone knows now, controversy sells. If it bleeds, it leads. All that kind of stuff. All the reasons why we have a garbage journalism out there today. Like, this is why tabloids exist and why they make money, is because people like the salaciousness. So here we were, a bunch of 11-year-olds give or take. And yeah, it was a strange situation. I was so angry and livid, but we had literally no choice. It was either we cut that part out or we throw it all away. Like, they didn't give us the option to reprint it because, as well as taking too much time, it was way too much material, even though it was really only that one page. And we could have unstapled them, reprinted the one page, and restapled them. But no, that wasn't the solution. I can only assume that what was cut out was just a little too racy for 11-year-olds. I honestly don't remember what it was, and it's irrelevant now. But it's such a strange thing. And because I was so young, at that point, like from then on, I was always looking for issues about censorship, for issues about tabloid journalism. Like, I was fascinated by what journalists and tabloid writers could get away with, what the paparazzi could get away with. Like, that has fascinated me for my entire life because of that incident. So thanks, Mr. Bolt. I don't think that's the lesson you hoped we'd take away, but it's the one we got. So now you know a little bit more about me, and I hope you'll come back again next time. Bye.